This is an 8,818-pound iceberg. It was shipped to COP26 and is slowly melting to remind world leaders that their actions still have consequences.
Our message is that this iceberg is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of the climate emergency.
They've also sent bottled water from melted glaciers to the conference.
Hi, I'm Rainn Wilson, and in my hand I am holding a melted iceberg.
Scientific activist group Arctic Basecamp shipped the iceberg to the climate conference and released a video along with it featuring Rainn Wilson, who is on their advisory board.
The Arctic sea ice is melting at an unprecedented rate. As a matter of fact, on the Greenland ice cap alone, 17 million of these bottles are melting every minute? No, every second. 17 million bottles a second.
Arctic Basecamp is hoping to highlight the importance of the Arctic on global weather systems.
Now, you're probably asking, why should I care that the sea ice is melting in the Arctic? Very good question. Well, guess what? What happens in the Arctic doesn't stay in the Arctic. All of that melting water is going to be at a beach near you very shortly.
The Arctic is one of the major circulation systems of the planet and can amplify global warming significantly. Studies are showing that if we lose the snow and ice in the Arctic, we will amplify global warming by 25 to 40%. So it is a one ecoregion that packs a big punch. And we felt that negotiators here had to actually come face to face with the Arctic. So we brought the iceberg.
The iceberg made its way from Greenland on a cargo ship, and Arctic Basecamp fully offset the carbon emissions from its journey.
I tell you, that was the best WhatsApp message I've ever had when I got the message that the iceberg had cleared customs.
Over 1,000 bottles of glacier water will be given to leaders at COP26.
When they're negotiating in the blue zone, it's really easy to forget the reality of climate change and instead focus on geopolitical interests, economic issues, finance, power, and yet the reality check is that this iceberg just is going to keep melting regardless of the negotiation that they come up with at the end of next week. However, perhaps if they come up with a good agreement, we will stop other icebergs melting.